me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta fill it up engine. In my thoughts up.
Welcome back, Dolphins. Today we're going to be discussing essentially what we should do with that money. June 1st is coming up very quickly, and there should be a couple of things. We have to remember we are getting Byron Jones money coming June 1st, and we might make another couple of cuts coming that day. So we need to start discussing how we are going to allocate that money for the rest of our team. And I'm going to give you a couple of things that we need to start looking out for, and I'll give it to you from first to last. There's going to be a couple things that we are going to talk about. So number one, and this is going to be my personal favorite for what we are going to do with that money that is coming back from Byron Jones and whoever else we cut. I think the thing is we forgot about Christian Wilkins, and they were working on contracts. What I think was really happening underneath the scenes is that they were just trying to figure out the ball game of what they needed to have in order to sign him back for the extension that they are going to give him. And what we needed is, we need that Byron Jones money in order to do that. So what I think is going to happen, honestly, this is going to be my primary thought of what is going to happen immediately after June 1st, is that we are going to sign Christian Wilkins for an extension. I think he has been the heart and soul of our defense, and I think there's going to be nobody else that we could possibly get just like him. And I think the only thing that they were doing is they were going back and forth of the different numbers that they would put together and what would be applicable to the actual contract. And I think what they were saying is, and obviously the reporters are all going to say this and that, but I really do think that they were just ballparking, and then they got to a certain point where they were okay, and they were like, okay, well, we're just going to wait till June 1st. We're going to get that money, and then we'll, create the extension for you. We don't have the money right now to do it, so we're just going to wait till June 1st and figure it out from there. Because, like I said, I don't think there's another player like Christian Wilkins. I know the sack numbers aren't really there, and I know there's some people that are like, oh, we could probably get a couple of first-round picks for him. I don't think that it's going to be even close to being even worth the amount of money. I think you switch to Vic Fangio for a defensive coordinator, and Christian Wilkins is going to start really doing well. I think the problem is that a lot of our pass rushers, we didn't have enough time to get to the quarterback, and I think now we're going to have that amount of time to be able to get to the quarterback. So I think his sack numbers are going to go up. So that is going to be the primary thing that I think the Dolphins go for in this offseason. I think they'll get like probably an $80-something million contract, somewhere around there. And I think, we'll have a lot of guaranteed money for the first year coming into this year so that we could possibly go for other players. That the best possible outlook on this season is that Austin Jackson does well. We don't have to spend money on another offensive lineman, and we can just sign him long-term, for lesser amount of money, because obviously if you have a breakout year but you had crappy years before then, he's not going to be worth the amount of money that normally people would be worth. He will be worth a decent amount, but he's not going to get that max contract, that a rookie that has done, something like Tristan Wirfs or someone like that will get from, free agency. So we are all kind of worried about Liam Eichenberg, and I think Liam Eichenberg is not really going to have a spot on this roster. I think they have seen that, one, the confidence is not there. The talent is not really there. The arms are a little bit too short. I think there's just not a lot to really work with. And I think at this point, he's going to be more of a depth player, and he'll be moved around the line if there are any injuries. But I do think they're either trying to get Wynn or Agbui over there. But if they don't see like either one of those, because you have to remember we're going into mandatory mini camps and all that different stuff, but they can still cut these guys. Just because they had decent careers somewhere else doesn't mean that they're going to be on the team. One or two of these guys, Isaiah Wynn or Agbui, could get cut. The third thing that I could see happening obviously is Dalvin Cook. That's another option that could happen, where we could eventually try and sign Dalvin Cook, because again, June 1st, Dalvin Cook is probably going to get released, and we could use that money to go and get Dalvin Cook. Now, me personally, that would be my least favorite of all the different things that we could go for. I really do think offensive line, but mostly I think Christian Wilkins would be the guy that we would need to get back. But that would be another option if they are looking into the Dalvin Cook sweepstakes, and he's going to hit the free agency market after June 1st. We could use that funds to go and get Dalvin Cook, make him come here, get him to have a guaranteed amount of money this first year so that we have, a decent amount of money to work with in cap space. But like I said, this would be my least favorite. I do think that A-Chain is going to do a lot of good things for us. I think we got the guy that we needed. Dalvin Cook is a great running back. I just think priority this June 1st. Everybody, I really think we need to understand the priority needs to be getting Christian Wilkins signed and staying here. He's the heart of our defense. He is the guy that makes our defense go. I know we have Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey, all these different guys, but the heart and soul of our defense is Christian Wilkins. I want to make that clear. I think we do need to sign him. I don't think trading him is a good option. I don't think, allowing him to hit free agency is a good option. Someone's going to want him, and I think he is the Dolphins right now. I mean, when you think about the Dolphins, you think Tua, and I think on the other side, me personally, I just think Christian Wilkins. That's what I think. I see Christian Wilkins every single time I picture the Dolphins defense. So I think we're going to sign him back after June 1st. I think that's going to be a priority for the Dolphins. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Have a great rest of your day. Fins up, baby. Peace.